Are you thinking about applying for a federal grant, but feeling a little overwhelmed by all of the options out there? Don't worry, because you're not alone. Over the next couple of minutes, I'll give you an overview of the 4 types of federal grants. The first type of grant, and the one most commonly utilized by nonprofits and individuals, is the competitive grant. Competitive grants are awarded through a competitive application process that allows grant funders to select the best proposals that align with their funding priorities, goals, and availability. During the application process, grant applicants provide detailed information about their organization or project, including the problem they want to solve, the proposed solution, the budget, and the expected outcomes. They may also need to provide letters of support, resumes of key staff, and other documentation to demonstrate their qualifications and ability to successfully implement the proposed project or program. The selection process is often based on criteria such as the quality of the proposal, the qualifications of the organization or individual submitting the proposal, and the potential impact of the proposed project or program. The second type of grant is the formula grant. A formula grant is a type of grant that is awarded based on a set formula rather than through a competitive process. The formula is typically established by law, and the funds are distributed to states, local governments, or other organizations based on specific criteria, such as population or need. The funds are usually earmarked for specific programs or activities, and the recipient has limited flexibility in how the funds can be used. Examples of formula grants include funding for highway construction, education, and public housing. The third type of grant is the block grant. Like formula grants, block grants are typically given to state and local governments. But while the recipient organization must still use the funds for the general purpose outlined in the grant, they have more flexibility in deciding how to achieve that purpose. An example of a block grant is the Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, which supports various community development activities such as housing, public facilities, and infrastructure development. The fourth type of grant is the pass-through grant. These grants are awarded to one organization, which then distributes or passes through the funds to another organization or individual for the purpose of carrying out a specific project or program. The organization that receives the grant is responsible for administering and monitoring the use of the funds, but it is not responsible for the design or implementation of the program. These types of grants are commonly used in situations where the grant-making agency wants to provide funding to organizations that are not eligible to receive grants directly, or where the agency wants to support a specific project or program but doesn't have the staff or expertise to manage it directly. Pass-through grants can be found in various sectors, such as housing, education, and healthcare. So there you have it. A quick rundown of the 4 main types of federal grant funding. Remember, each type of grant comes with its own set of rules and requirements, so be sure to read up on the specific grant you're interested in before applying. And don't be afraid to reach out to the funding agency if you have program-specific questions.